Welcome to It's Not Just Menopause, the podcast that empowers you to navigate midlife with confidence through real talk, root cause insights, and no BS strategies that actually work. If you're dealing with fatigue, stubborn weight, brain fog, or just feeling off and overlooked, this show is for you. Discover what's really going on with your hormones and why it's not just about estrogen. Each episode breaks down what your doctor didn't explain, the internet got wrong, and what your body's been trying to tell you all along. From stress and metabolism to nervous system support and functional nutrition, we'll cover the tools that help you feel more like yourself, again, without restrictive diets, overwhelming plans, or hormone hype. I'm your host, Cindy Stickle, functional nutrition practitioner and certified menopause specialist. I'm here to guide you through the midlife noise so you can stop guessing, get the clarity you deserve, and finally take back control of your health. If you've ever felt dismissed, overwhelmed, or like your body just isn't responding the way it used to, you're in the right place. Let's rewrite the menopause story without the fluff. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of It's Not Just Menopause. Today I'm talking about why everything you try, every fix in menopause you try, doesn't work. Okay, so if you've been eating clean, taking your magnesium, which you need, so don't stop, doing yoga, which we need the slow exercise, or basically trying every menopause fix you can find, and your body still isn't responding, then this episode is for you. Because here's what I've seen with hundreds of women in perimenopause and menopause. The advice isn't wrong, as long as it's advice for women in menopause. Advice for 20-year-olds is wrong, but for women in perimenopause and menopause, you want that specific advice. But most of the time, the problem is it's skipping a step. And every other menopause program out there skips the step that I start with. And without that step, nothing else works. So today I'm walking you through why your body fights those solutions, right? Even the good ones, and what you need to do before any of them can actually help. All right? So, you're doing everything right now, right? You're eating more protein, you're getting in your steps, strength training, right? You're cutting back on what the sugar and, highly processed foods. Maybe you're on bioidentical hormones or regular HRT, or you bought these supplements that really don't work, that cost you a lot of money. I use good supplements. I can talk to you about that later. But you're trying all those things, right? And yet your body feels like it's still working against you. Like you're exhausted by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're still bloated. You're still snapping at people you love. Your jeans still don't fit. And you're starting to wonder, am I broken? Is my body just done? So let me tell you right now, no, you're not broken. Okay, because I've had those thoughts too. Your body isn't resisting you. It's protecting you. And that's the part most advice for menopause that it completely misses. Okay? No one tells you out there. They just like, here's your exercise plan, here's your nutrition plan, and that's it. They don't tell you why your body's not working and is protecting you. Before we get back to today's episode, I've got a quick question for you. Feel like your body's in chaos, but your labs are normal? You're not crazy, you're not broken, and you're definitely not alone. If you've been told it's just menopause or to wait it out, it's time for real answers. Take my free quiz, What's Really Driving Your Menopause Symptoms. In under 2 minutes, you'll uncover your top hidden stressor and get my free guide, The Menopause Stress Fix, sent straight to your inbox. Head to cindystickle.com/quiz or click the link in the show notes. If you're doing everything right but still feel like a mess, this quiz is your next step. All right, let's get back to today's episode. So here's what's happening. When your body is stuck in protection mode, which is fight or flight, if you've heard me on here before, you know I talk about that. And most of us are in it, by the way, right? Thanks to decades of stress, under eating, over exercising, chaotic life, and hormonal shifts. It doesn't care how healthy your smoothie is. It's not listening to your yoga app. It's not responding to your magnesium. It's not even paying attention to your HRT because it's just too busy trying to survive. Remember, I've talked about this before. When your nervous system is dysregulated, which means your body thinks it's under constant threat, everything shuts down to conserve energy. Your metabolism slows, your hormones get chaotic, your digestion stops working properly, your sleep gets wrecked. And no amount of eating clean or moving more is going to fix that. And in fact, moving more is not even the right advice, right? We want to move slowly more, but we're not doing those excessive cardio anymore. And like I just said, those will actually make it, it could make it worse. Not eating clean. You want to eat non-toxic food, but you want to not take the advice that works for 20-somethings, right? Because when you're running on fumes already, your body is just already drained, and you're adding more discipline, you're adding more effort, you're adding more restriction, that just tells your body, yep, we're still in danger, better hold on tighter. And when it holds on tight, it holds on to that fat, okay? So, what's the missing step? Nervous system regulation. And I'm not talking the woo stuff, okay? I'm not woo, anti-woo, that's me, okay? Before you address hormones, before you fix your metabolism, before you dive into meal plans or workout routines, you have to help your body feel safe again. Because when your body feels safe, everything else starts working. Your energy stabilizes, your moods even out, your digestion improves, your hormones can actually respond to the support you're giving it, whether it's the food, supplements, or hormone replacement therapy. And this is why some women see their symptoms improve in weeks, while others spin their wheels for years trying all the right things. So let me give you a real example. So I had a client who came to me completely burned out. She'd been trying every approach she could for menopause, right? And she did intermittent fasting. No, do not do that in menopause. High intensity workouts. Again, no. Low carb everything. No. Those are so backfiring in menopause. And she was exhausted. And I was like, no wonder. She was waking up tired. She'd crash by noon, bloated, irritable. She was gaining weight. And then when we started working together, the first thing I had her do was stop all of that. Because her body was just in fight or flight. It was protecting her, and it just shut everything else down. And so we focused on one thing, calming her nervous system. Eating breakfast within an hour of waking, yes. Adding electrolytes before coffee. Just a pinch of sea salt in a glass of water. That's all you have to do. You don't have to buy any special electrolytes. And you don't drink coffee on an empty stomach. That's also spikes your cortisol more. So you wait till you eat, then you have your coffee. Slowing down her walks. You're not prepping for a marathon, so you don't need to be doing that. Going to bed at the same time every night, because that's super helpful. And that's it. Within 2 weeks, her energy was better. Within a month, her mood swings were gone. And by 6 weeks, her jeans were looser, and she wasn't even trying to lose weight. Okay, her body just needed permission to relax. So if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, but what do I actually do? Here's where you should start. Stop adding more pressure. So if you're intermittent fasting, over-exercising, or restricting food groups for your hormones, please stop. That is the worst thing you can do for menopause. Believe me, I have more training in nutrition than I do for my master's degree. Okay, so that is the worst thing you can do. And your body doesn't need more discipline, it needs more support. And you want to start your day with stability. Eat a real breakfast within 60 to 90 minutes of waking. Protein, fat, carbs. And this tells your body that we're safe, there's fuel, you can relax. And I have a protein shake every morning for breakfast. So don't let people shame you into thinking that that's not real. I have very clean protein powder, and it's about 36 to 40 grams of protein. And it has the fat and the carbs in there too. But it's ask me if you have a question about breakfast. And then you add your minerals. A pinch of sea salt in the water or electrolytes before your coffee, because this supports your adrenals and keeps your cortisol from spiking first thing. Plus, you're not going to have coffee on an empty stomach because that makes it even worse. you're going to slow down your movement. So if you're doing intense workouts and feeling worse, try gentle walks, stretching, or strength training instead. And you should, in perimenopause and on up till the day you die, you should be doing strength training. Okay, because that's going to be building the muscle that you're slowly losing. Once you hit 30, we lose 3 to 8% per decade. So, and once you hit 60, it is even more. So you want to start strength training sooner, and you want to do it all the time, but like 2 to 3 days a week. Okay, unless you're doing a bodybuilding show, that's different. Okay, but movement should be adding energy, not draining it. And then create a sleep anchor, meaning go to bed at the same time every night, even if you don't fall asleep right away, right? Consistency is what resets your circadian rhythm. And like all these things are not like sexy, they're not complicated, but they work. And it's because they signal safety to your nervous system. And when your body feels safe, it stops fighting you. Okay, so look, and I know this may sound like too simple, but after working with a lot of women in perimenopause and menopause, I can tell you this is a step that changes everything. I've lived it myself too. Not the supplements, not the HRT, not the meal plans. It's this. You have to, if you don't fix this, then nothing else is going to work. And if you want to go deeper into exactly how to do this and why the nervous system regulation is the foundation for everything else in menopause, I'm teaching a free workshop, and there will be a recording if you can't make it, but definitely sign up so you get the recording and a workbook, okay? And it's called, It's Just Not Hormones, Why Nothing is Working in Menopause, and the 3 things you need to do right now, okay? And I go over 3, like why you're waking up tired, even after a lot of sleep, why you're always biting off the heads of people you love, stop living on coffee just to function, even if you think you're doing everything right, okay? So it's exactly what I talked about today, all right? And you'll walk away with simple, doable shifts that you can start using right away. In fact, I do on the workshop, we have 2 things that we can do like right then and there on the call, okay? So you can save your spot. I'm going to have the link in the show notes. Thank you for listening, and I will be in your headphones next week. Thank you for tuning into It's Not Just Menopause. I hope today's episode gave you real clarity about what's actually going on in your body and reminded you that it's not just your hormones, and it's definitely not your fault. If you found value in this conversation, make sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Cindy Stickle Nutrition, or head to cindystickle.com for more resources and personalized support on your menopause and midlife health journey. Until next time, keep questioning what you've been told and trust that your body is not broken. You just need the truth and the tools that actually work.